everybody, Miss Judy here with Art Outside the Box on Thursday evening, and it finally feels like summer. I'm super happy about that. So today we're going to do a simple little project, and here it is right here. So you can have pretty beautiful colored flowers at your desk or in your bedroom or bathroom all year long. It's real easy to make, very few materials. So give me a second and we'll get started. You don't need much at all for this project. You'll need some colored paper, and I started with cardstock, but it's much easier if you do just a regular white paper. So you can even use white paper for white roses. You'll need some floral wire. I kind of ad-libbed. We had some wire in the back, so I'm going to use that. You'll need a small terracotta pot or container. I'm using a glue gun today. You could use white sticky glue, but this works a lot easier. So extra glue sticks if you have them. And then lastly, when you're finished, you'll want something to put in the pot. And I just have this packing material. It's like grass. Another thing that would work, which I used here, is raffia. And that is it. Pair of scissors and we're off to go. So the first thing I did was I cut my paper into a 6-inch square, and I used a little paper plate and I traced a circle. You can freehand the circle if you want to. It doesn't need to be perfect. So we're going to start by cutting, and we're going to cut a spiral. So I'm going to start right here, and it doesn't matter if you're right on the lines or not. You can make this a little wavy. Kind of cutting outside of my lines. And just keep going. And then you're going to start to spiral in. Okay, when you get to about there, we'll cut this little piece off. So you'll have something that looks like this. We're going to start right here with our cut, and we're just going to spiral around till we get to the center. You kind of want to do different widths, because that's what'll make it look more like petals. And you don't want them to be too thin either. If you do them real thin, you're going to end up with more of a bud. If you do them a little bit thicker, you'll get more of a flower effect. So just keep going around. And we're almost there. And you're going to want to do it right into the center here. And you're going to end up with this. It's kind of like a spring. Okay, so we're going to start on this edge, and I'm just going to start to roll it. And you want to roll it kind of tight at the beginning. And then as I go along, I'm just going to put little dabs of hot glue. It looks like I need a new glue stick in here. There we go. Okay, so I'll just put a little dab, and then I'll continue to roll. You can see where it would get a little bit messy if you're using tacky glue. Try not to burn myself, which I just did. Never fails. Just a little bead of glue. If you go online, there's all kinds of really, really neat flowers you can make out of paper. Some of them are pretty involved. I like this one because it was simple. I thought they were pretty. Okay, I'm gonna start rolling a little bit looser now. This is one of those super hot glue guns. Okay, we're getting there. It takes a little patience. Don't do that. It's a little trickier once you get into the center. Almost done. Every one of these comes out different. Kind of depends on how you cut it. Okay, when you're down to the bottom here, you'll just take this little round piece and glue it right to the bottom, and that'll hold everything together for you. You'll end up with some of these little glue strings. You can pull those off. And touch it up a little if you need to. Okay, so I've got all my flowers made. I'll clean up my mess a little bit and then we'll finish. All right, I will go ahead and cut the wires. So just kind of measure from the bottom about how tall you want them. And I will cut 3 pieces, slightly different in length. All right, so I've got 3 pieces of wire, and I'll take one of the flowers, and you can pretty much just stick that right into the center. You have to mess around with it a little bit, but sometimes some of these are trickier than others. Just like with any project, you kind of have to mess around with it a little bit. Okay, there we got it. So it comes up through the center, and then you'll just fold it over, and you'll hardly see that. So we'll do that with the 2 others. That one went a lot easier. And one more to go. All right, next I'm going to glue these into the bottom of my pot. So I just bend them down a little bit, and I'm actually going to glue it kind of to the side of the pot. So put a good amount of hot glue on there and lay that in. I'll use this glue stick to kind of press it down. All right, so there's one. Well, this is not cooperating with me today. Okay. Another thing you can do is make it go a little easier is take some of this grass and sort of start packing that in there. And that'll kind of hold things in place for you. There we go, that helps a lot. And we've got one more to go, so we'll glue that. A little more grass. If you've got some ribbon, you can tie a ribbon around the little pot, or you could even paint it if you want to. But there you go. That's the final project. Thanks for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed the project. It does take a little getting used to, and like with anything, you kind of have to mess with it a little bit until you get it right. But these are fun to make, and if you do go online, you'll see all kinds of projects with flowers made from paper. So have a great night, a great weekend. Watch for us on YouTube and of course Facebook, and we will see you soon. Thanks, bye-bye.